out that although you've presented one view, it is a 50-50 fight in many ways, and I'm going to bring in a man who will take it with respect, a radically different view of proceedings tomorrow night, because we have Adam Booth, the trainer-manager of David Haye, who has charted every step of the way to this moment in David Haye's career with him. We did take the liberty of pointing out that you guys arrived at 4 o'clock just to be double sure about the weight, but all along, tell us, have you been playing a game?
They fell for it.
In what respect?
Well, we weren't confident that the fight was going to be made because obviously it's a risky fight for them to take, especially, you know, becoming European champion, defending it 3 times, and becoming the mandatory for the WBC. We took the heavyweight fight because ultimately David wants to become a heavyweight. He's a much better negotiator than I am, because he's the one that started, killing myself, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I said, what the hell are you doing? And he said, this is why. Okay, so we went along with it. You know, and you know, the proof's in the pudding. He's 198 today. He was 204 for the last 2 weeks of training. He's a cruiserweight who's going to move up to heavyweight for one reason only. He wants to. He wants to fight heavyweights. But the biggest fight, and possibly the biggest fight of his career, commercially as well as with the public demand, is Enzo Macronelli. And so David dangled the weight drain carrot in front of him.
At first glance this evening, it looks like he might have done the weight easier for this than he did for Mormac. Is that true?
Yeah, oh, totally. The Mormac fight, we had a long training camp because the fight got delayed. So we had an extra 6 weeks. We took a 2-week holiday, but that was it. And he made the weight for Mormac. We've bounced straight from that fight into this one. And so the conditioning has just gone on, and we've pushed and pushed with the fitness tests and getting fitter and stronger and leaner. You know, and as he stands today, his waist measurement is the same as when he was 19 years old. He is in frightening condition.
And would you say even better than he was for Mormac in terms of general conditioning?
Oh, non-comparable. You know, his conditioning for Fragomeni was good. His conditioning for Mormac eclipsed that, and his conditioning now totally eclipses the Mormac one. And that's it. If you're not progressing, you're standing still, and he doesn't want to do that.
It's a phenomenal, no question, a phenomenal knockout ratio that David Haye's putting together so far. What's your fight plan for tomorrow night?
In the words of the great Sugar Ray Robinson, we've planned our work, and it's now time to work the plan. And you can only work a plan with a cool, cold head, and that's what he plans to do. The strategy is the strategy for David Haye. We've looked at Enzo Macronelli. We've looked at how he's improved immensely, especially over the last year. And I think the improvement from the first Mark Hobson fight to the Wayne Braithwaite fight was key. And what we've done is we've then looked at how much he improved between those 2 fights and added the same again. We've done that, and you know, before the Mormac fight, I kept saying to David, Mormac's all wrong for you, because he can deal with reality. But before this fight, we're saying this is what Enzo can do. This is what he's morphing into. You can see the little habits he's picking up, and we've worked on that. But I mean, you know, ultimately, and I say it's not just because I'm his trainer, I believe it, I truly do, that David is probably the hardest puncher in world boxing pound for pound. He has frightening power, but coupled with it, he's got blistering speed of hand and foot.
That's apparent to anybody who's watched the rise of David Haye, Adam. In a sense, not for the first time, you are at a moment now where it would be possible to take your eye off the ball. Because of your success so far, you know how big a star David Haye can become. You know how much money he could make. You know he could become the undisputed heavyweight champion within 18 months, if you do it right tomorrow night. Is it hard to stay focused on the job at hand?
No, I mean, David's a fighter. He loves fighting. You know, he fought for years for nothing. He was an international amateur and a highly acclaimed one. He loves to fight. He's a risk taker. And as a trainer, you know, sometimes I'm the one that has to put the level head on it. No, this is boxing. And to be honest, I have to say, as a boxing fan, I've got the utmost respect for both David Haye and Enzo Macronelli. 27 years old, both taking this fight and this chance. They didn't have to. They could have made comfortable money, but kudos to both of them.
And to you, for your part in it too, and it is fantastic, and we're all looking forward to so much tomorrow night. Adam, thank you very much indeed, and to the rise and rise of David Haye, whether it's win, lose or draw tomorrow night. And just before we leave you here for the evening at the O2 Arena, I'm going to ask Frank Warren, the man who, let's be honest, did the hard negotiating. Are you friends now, you guys? Are you talking to each other? Frank, just a brief word, please, about your excitement the night before a fight of this importance.
It's really exciting. It's you know, it's the biggest fight, all British fight, I should think, for the last 10 or 12 years. It's a fight everybody's been looking forward to. I'm pleased David's here, because I forgot what he looked like, but he's here now, and he's brought his man along, Adam, to ensure that, you know, the fight's on. They've weighed in, both guys look in tremendous condition. I know they're both focused, and the fans are going to be in for a treat.
Thank you, Frank. The weigh-ins continuing behind us here at the O2 Arena, but for the big one, the talking is done in truth, and the expectation level could not be greater. Bye for now.